in Seattle. Been here for a few hours. Been trying to get a few things figured out. As I somewhat alluded to upon the trip, everything changed. And I do mean everything. Um, it was a very long trip to get here. Um, but even before I got here, things started coming up left and right that I had to take care of extra before I could leave. Plus, trying to keep the channel up and running. Hey, Will, Nathaniel, nice to see you. Um, so I thought really quick, just because I did finally get to Seattle, and it's going to take me a few days to get everything figured out with getting the computers positioned and everything else. Um, I thought I'd just go ahead and do one last live stream from the phone and just kind of be on here and answer any of you guys' questions about the trip, about what's going on now that I'm here, and I'll give you guys as much information as I can. Just kind of a short hangout and at least let everybody know that, yeah, I did make it okay, and I know there's been some questions. Um, I did kind of allude that everything had changed. Um, so So when will you be up and running and get back to YouTube and whatnot? So I'm gonna set up the computer tonight after. Well, I take that back. I'm probably gonna set up the computer in the morning. Thank you, Trill. I appreciate that. Um, and run some tests as far as speed checks and everything else, and figure out what we can handle. Whether or not it's just gonna be uploading videos, or if I can actually do live streams. And then I'm going to see what I can't do about making adjustments and what it would cost to make it so I can do a live stream. At minimum, I will be getting videos out with it by the weekend. Um, no, the living situation is completely not what it was supposed to be. The person who offered me a place to live backed out just a few days before I was supposed to leave. And so at the current moment, I am staying in an extended stay hotel, and it is going to cost me about 300 times what it was supposed to cost me to live here. Um, so I'm going to have to immediately get back to work, which I have a shift scheduled for tomorrow, and go try and figure out every way under the sun to get the bills paid. Um, yeah, I looked a little bit. I may have to downgrade, and if that happens, it will affect things for a little bit. Um, but if I can make enough money, um, then I can at least stay in the hotel until I can get into a position to make a different decision. I will tell you, the trip was every kind of an adventure under the sun. Plenty of things went wrong. I did end up having to let go of my bed along the way. Um, got rid of it because it was slowing me down so much that at certain points I couldn't get over 40 miles an hour. And I was going through about twice as much gas as I should have been going through. So that had to get sacrificed. So one last thing that I thought I had at least figured out didn't make it, and that also cost me several additional tanks of gas that were not budgeted for. So we are a bit behind on what I thought I was going to have when I got here. But like I said, I do have a shift to work tomorrow afternoon into the evening. And I'm hopefully going to be able to pick up a few more shifts for the weekend. But I can work even if I don't get a shift. Just if I get the shift, it's a little bit of guaranteed money as well. So I'll kind of be able to gauge somewhat, hopefully by the end of the weekend, what money's going to look like from out here. Will the jet lag affect your work schedule? I have no jet lag. I drove literally all the way here. Um, it is affecting the fact that there is a shift that I could take tonight, but there is no way I have it in me to take it tonight. I drove 9.5 hours from Des Moines. Well, it took me 11.5 hours. Um, no problem, Joe. I'm not asking for anybody's money. I appreciate the support you guys give. I just want you guys to know what's going on, so you guys have an idea of where things stand. And so, you guys are always so patient with everything, but I always want to be transparent with you guys on what's going on if I have to take any kind of extended time for any reason. And I mean, obviously, thank you, Elijah. I appreciate that, man. Really, I do. Um, it's like I said, it's been a journey and a half just to get here. Um, I could have pulled the plug, and no, I get it, Trill, and I appreciate that. And that's one of the great things about this community is there's a lot of people that are. And Nathaniel, it's great. I appreciate it so much. Like I said, I will get streaming back as soon as possible. But at minimum, I will start getting some videos out by this weekend. I got a few things in mind, anyways. There's so much new stuff going on, so much stuff that I have to look into and address. Um, but yeah, like I said, I could have. I found out a few days beforehand, and I could have pulled the plug and just stayed in Iowa, but. And obviously I was not planning for nearly the amount of hiccups as it took. Um, but at the same time, it was, I wanted to get out here. I wanted to hopefully have some more opportunities. Um, I don't expect by any means BG or Avido or any of the rest of the guys out here to like be excited that I'm in the area, but I am excited to be in the area that they're in. Um, so it's really great to be out someplace where there's so many really great people. Um, yeah, and that's exactly it. It's going to be a lot of grind for a while. Um, every moment is if I'm not working on the channel, guarantee guys, I'm working on figuring out how to get the bills paid. Um, but it's this is what the goal was about. It was coming out here to make things better, so that maybe some of the people that I had to let go of to get out here, um, if they ever want to come out here, I have that option. Um, Wasi, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, man. Um, but also on top of that, to get to the point of the one thing that I really did truly realize upon this journey. So this journey took me over several states. Obviously, I left from Iowa, went through Nebraska into Denver, from Denver or into Colorado. Sorry, from Colorado, I went into Wyoming, into Utah, into Idaho, into Oregon, and finally into Washington. Um, and I got to see some of the most like unique sights I've ever seen in my life. Seattle itself is just, guys, if you've never seen this place, it is totally different than any city I've ever been in my life. I've been to Chicago, I've been to Minneapolis, I've been to Miami, Tulsa. Um, yeah, it was a killer drive, man. It took me 3 days to get here. Um, but you know, any city I've ever been to, you can see that city for miles before you get there. Seattle, I literally I was in Seattle and I still couldn't see Seattle. Like, guys, I'll show you this. So I am on the second floor of a hotel. Okay, out my window, um, like literally, that is the interstate, and it is hidden by trees and like 2 stories of mountain. Um, and like everything around here is covered in trees and hidden in the mountains or the valleys or everything. I mean, there are so many things that even just getting here, um, it's amazing. I've got a lot of pictures and stuff that I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to take some more as I'm exploring around the town to work and things. Um, but it's ridiculous. And the last 2 live streams you did were did I was in school, so I missed those. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nathaniel. It's okay. I appreciate that you think about it and stuff. But yeah, I will get back to them. Most of them are live. The only thing that isn't live was the final goodbye to Iowa. I may put that out as like a members only type thing, just because it's got so many copyrighted. Um, the weather, it's gorgeous. Honestly, I hear the only thing that it ever does here is rain. But I will be very interested to see once we get to that part. I'm so used to winter and stuff, and it's 60 out there right now. I've already been out there and stood out there and hung out and smoked a little bit, and because I am in a hotel as opposed to my own place. Um, but yeah, guys. I mean, like I said. I will get things set up. We'll get things going. I'm gonna have some other things out that I'll probably put out for members as well here soon. I want to get a lot of that stuff caught up and just get back to things. There is so much content, like I said, that I can make videos about, and we can get working on. So, um, yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, the nice thing about it is I work from 6 different warehouses out here doing deliveries. So who knows who I will or won't run into on a given night. Um, when you get the chance, do you think you could give some tips on 6.1.1? Not now, just when you get settled and have the energy for it. Yeah, Elijah. Also, on top of that, check. First off, I have a video on 6.1.1, as well as if you go check under the new account playlist, my run through with the new account is on there as well for 6.1. So if you're looking for things now and check those, but you can also like I said, I'll put out a few more things in the next week or so. I will tell you this much: the path that I choose more often than not is the ancient Agent Venom path, or yeah, Agent Venom path. All you need to do is make sure you have at least 4 strong villain champions, and you can go straight through it. Um, Yeah, 8.3. I've already seen some stuff on it. I haven't done any gameplay yet. Obviously, I still haven't even done 8.1. Uh, yeah, it kind of depends on the villains you use. But Gerald, nice to see you, man. Yeah, Abido, nice, just nice, Gerald. Appreciate it. I haven't shaved my head yet. Not that I haven't had my head shaved many times. Was so bored. I watched Burrow Man completely exploring. um, Yeah, Elijah, if you're having problems with that one, hit me up on Discord and send me over your roster, and I can give you some suggestions on some champions to help you get through there. Uh, LLL talking about Abido when you meet him. Oh yeah, not a problem. Hopefully, Definitely something that I would be interested in doing. Meeting BG, Abido, Panda Bear, anybody else that's out here. I'd definitely like to get to know those guys and work with them. Definitely inspired by them for sure. Gerald, I will get on that as soon as I get the computer set up. At minimum, I will promise you that even if I can't get it figured out for YouTube, I will make you a mod over on Rumble. Though it may be a minute before we're able to get back to doing both YouTube and Rumble. I'm gonna have to figure out. I know I have Wi-Fi here at the hotel, but of course I'm gonna say hi to the dog. Your roster is already on in general on Discord. Okay, I'll double check that. Um, but yeah, guys. With it being a hotel as opposed to actually having a place to live, and the second job that I was offered doesn't exist. Unfortunately, the person who offered quite a bit of stuff, um, yeah, I think there's some upgraded versions that I might be able to check and see if it would help. I'm gonna have to look into the details on those and figure out if it would actually make it so that I can do what I need to do. Um, If not, then like I said, the next step will be as soon as I can cover the bills, I will find a like home internet or a service like a T-Mobile, Verizon type thing where I can just have something that I can carry with me, and I will get that set up and we'll get back to streaming. But like I said, at minimum, I will be doing videos. They just may, I always schedule them to drop anyway, so you guys never know how long they take to upload. But they'll probably take more of my life than, they ever did before. But that's okay, guys. I love doing the videos and stuff. I, like I said, it's gonna take, but I think that the part that I kind of keep forgetting to get all the way through is, like I said, I went through all those different states, and there were parts of it that were definitely freaking like so amazing, and other parts of it that were just horrendous. Um, like uh, you know, what felt like straight downhill while curving through sharp turns, and only what I can imagine were extremely high cliffs on either side of me while I was doing this. Only because it was the pitch black and dark, so I couldn't tell how bad the cliffs were, um, which was probably a good thing. But at the same time, this whole journey out here, I've talked about it on the channel for quite some time. No, I didn't get anywhere near Arizona. I was very north of there. Um, but I've said for a long time my ultimate goal was to grow the channel enough that we could take it on the road and go play Marvel Contest of Champions in some of the most beautiful places, first off in the United States and then eventually in the world. And overwhelmingly did this trip out here. um, but yeah, it confirmed it, guys. I want to take the channel on the road badly. So not only do I got to grind enough to make sure that the bills get paid, but we got to get the channel growing enough, and I got to get enough extra money put together that I can finally obtain the right vehicle to take the show on the road. So that's what we're going to do. It may take another year, maybe two, to get everything 100% in place, but we are for sure going to go ahead and go play video games in the middle of nowhere. Because why not? So right now, what I do for a living is I drive delivery. But as you guys know, not only have I grown the channel to the point where we have fan funding, but we are just shy of actually getting AdSense. And then on top of that, too, I'm working on getting some sponsorships into place, and hopefully some merch available very soon. Some of those type of things will be coming very soon to the channel, as well as I do have 2 degrees in marketing and a retail management certificate and a digital marketing certificate. So I plan on using what I've learned from the channel combined with what I already know from my education and years of sales to create something that I can do remotely and allow us to just what the channel makes, we put into the channel, and the other stuff pays for us to travel everywhere. And then we take it all as a tax write off because, that's how it works. If you get some real big van, you could live in there and have a whole stream set up. That would allow you to travel easy. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. I've been looking at van life build outs, schoolies, a lot of different stuff for the last about 4 or 5 years, and it's about time that we put together. I figure out exactly what my perfect setup would be, and it will not involve a laboratory by any means, Nathaniel. But we will definitely be going all over the world. We'll start, like I said, I'm going to cover the United States. I just knocked out a few more states out of the ones that I had never been to. We are now further west than I have ever been in my entire life. And we're going to start here and explore our way. Not that kind of lab for sure. I mean, we may get a little experimental once in a while, but nowhere close to that level. Um, but we will, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take things and we'll just go with it. And it's going to take a moment. Currently looking at colleges in the States, going to graduate in May next year. Congratulations, Nathaniel. Keep me posted. Definitely rooting for you on that one. You can do it. And if you're looking at places in the States, let me know. I might know a few things. I should do cooking vids. I am a good cook, or at least I've been told I'm a great cook by many people. Um, that's still Breaking Bad, yeah. uh, but yeah, once we get on the road, we'll be doing, obviously, not only will we be playing Marvel Contest of Champions, but, we're going to have to look at the scenery and stuff every once in a while. So we'll probably break off into a few different channels and stuff like that. But at the same time, like I said, the next year to 2 years is going to be here in Seattle trying to build towards that, or not trying, building towards that. And then, yeah, we take it from here. And, it's been a rough start, but I've been through quite a few. Um, Yeah, actually, there's a very good chance. That's another thing that's going to have to be done over the next year if we're going to do any kind of hiking or anything like that to play the game in very remote and awesome places. Um, I got to get back in shape. So that's another thing that has to go on the list for the next year. I got to get the finances in place. I got to get my personal health back in place. Create a second channel for reaction videos. Yep, we'll see. I love your optimism about everything. More people should take to the heart. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not always easy, and trust me, those who are closest to me know, and even you guys have seen a few times. There's moments that it really does get to me, and it's not easy. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of me that's scared to death about the choices that I'm making right now. But you guys have been so supportive and so much so a part of things, and the channel continues to grow. We continue to do more and more great things. And I know if we do things, if I use the knowledge I have and continue to build things more and reach out to the resources that I know how to do, I've been in a lot worse places. Um, yeah, I would love to do some fan meetups. Um, the beard will keep you safe. And don't be scared. It's a work of art. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, but yeah, it's I would love to do fan meetups, guys. Honestly, on it, that kind of was part of what brought this about. Is I'm still reluctant to name names just because I'm not for sure what's going on with him. It's not clear. He's clearly in a bad spot, and I don't know exactly why that's happening. But one of the subscribers of the channel offered me a place to live and an opportunity to be able to take things to another level. So I took him up on it and got everything in place and started coming out here just to have that withdrawn. And he is quite well. I don't know what's going on with him. I really don't. Um, but it cost me pretty much everything I had to get here. I have maybe enough to cover 2 weeks while I'm here. So like I said, I do immediately have to get making money. Probably should have went out tonight, but as much as I've drove, I don't think it would have been safe, especially in a brand new city that I don't know. So we will be getting out tomorrow afternoon to make some money. Yeah, gas is ridiculous nowadays. It has been horrible getting out here, um, using extra tanks of gas that I wasn't counting for. Do you know if your arena grind paid off? No, I did not get Werewolf by Night. I got the 5 star, but I did not get the 6 star. I felt quite shy. I did realize though that if I went for the 130, if I had gotten the 130 that I was going for, I definitely would have gotten him. But it was worth the shot. I have some units saved up and a couple other things that I can tap into. Um, got the 3 star twice. Yeah, I've got the 3 star and the 4 star awakened. Uh, uh, but what I will be doing is probably buying a couple of the Morbius pre-release crystals that'll come out with his arena, and see if we can't maybe pick up the 6 star where we're up by night through there. I don't know how many of those crystals I'll be able to afford, but we will be doing an opening with that. Speaking of openings, I will get back to having an opening on Monday. I think you must have grinded for like 12. Oh, I grinded for a lot more than 12 hours. Um, I played someone with 7 star Morbius in Battlegrounds today. I have a 7 star Morbius. Um, so every grind was 3.5 hours, and I did 7 total grinds. So we did like 25 hours worth of grinding towards getting Werewolf by Night. Um, it was fun. It was also ridiculously tiring. So we needed at least one more round. If we had gotten one more round in, or I could have probably picked him up. But that's okay, guys. It was still a lot of fun, and I loved hanging out with you guys for those last few days. While I still had good internet and was still had a desk to work from. Um, like I said, I've got to get all of the everything unpacked and get everything set up, and then do the tests and figure out what we can do. And then I will post on the channel to let everybody know on the community page whether or not we'll be doing live streams on a consistent basis, or if we'll just be doing. I mean, it's not much. If you guys want to see, I will take you guys on a tour of the room. So, the illustrious window that we've already seen, all the green. We have a closet. Ooh, lots of room. Um, that's my TV, and that's the monitor for the computer. One of the monitors for the computer setup. I do actually have a kitchenette. Um, Now, I brought my air fryer and coffee pot, but I have two stove top, microwave, no oven. I do have a refrigerator. And then we have a bathroom, and then we're to the bed, and that's the entire tea of what I get to live in until I can fix things. Um, Thank you, Elijah. That was actually something I splurged on for myself a couple of years ago because I had been grinding so hard and um, I'd went so long without buying anything for myself. So it is luckily enough one of the few things that did make the trip. Um, but we will see. Um, I will, like I said, guys, I will make the most of it for as long as I can, and if I can make it work so that I can stay here, I will do that while I get things going. If we have to make some adjustments, if I cannot keep this up, because I will tell you the cost on the hotel room is almost as much a week as I was paying a month for my apartment in Iowa. Um, so I'm gonna have to make some good money, and I'm gonna have to make some good money quick. If not, then what we will have to do is I will be taking all of this stuff and I will be putting it in a storage unit, and I will be staying in my car long enough to put together enough money to get into a place. I'm hoping we don't reach that point, but realistically, I have been there before and I have done a lot to get out of those positions before, and I know how to do it. Um, I've also lived in a hotel that was overpriced before for an extended time period and did a lot to get myself out of that position. So that's part of the reason I didn't back out and stay in Iowa, even knowing that that could be what happens. Um, but it is definitely what it is. I'm, I'm open to whatever opportunities I can figure out and however I can maybe make things better. But until then, we will take advantage of what time I have here to figure out our next moves. Um, but again, guys, like I said, I really appreciate you guys so much. And that being said, that's why I wanted to come on for a little bit tonight and be completely transparent and completely honest with everybody about what is going on and where things are at for now, and just kind of let you guys know I'll keep you posted. Um, Probably not going to hang out all night long. Um, Thank you, 26 Mar. I appreciate it. Nathaniel, you as well. Yeah, I know I don't have to, guys. I 100% do. But it's always been about the fact I talk about constantly. My whole goal for this channel is to get 1% better all the time at the game, at the channel itself, and at life. Um, Part of that is recognizing struggles and sharing with you guys that no matter what you're going through, somebody else is also going through something. And that we can all come together and we can all make things better and just show you guys, I've been through a lot of rough times in my life, and I've recovered from them on every occasion, and I've come up bigger every time. And it's hard to see it in the moment, and it definitely is. Even knowing that does not make it easier. It does mean that I have the ambition and the drive to do so. So we're going to get it done. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there. Yeah, honestly, that's exactly it, Elijah. This one is going to be the biggest one ever. This one is going to come back and hopefully be finally the one that sets us up so that we don't have to put ourselves in these kind of positions again. Um, I have some very, like I said, traveling the country is just part of the goal. There is a lot that I'm looking for out of life. Yeah, actually, that's what I call the Discord group, and honestly, yeah, that's exactly what I expect you guys to be is the Wolfpack. Um, and I want you guys to be part of it the whole way. I will keep you guys informed. I will be honest about what's going on, and um, yeah, it's we're gonna get there, guys. Um, like I said, I've been talking about several things for months, and it may just take a little bit longer to do a few of them, but we've got big things coming anyways. So, like I said, guys, it's been a very long couple days. I'm probably gonna grab something to eat, smoke another one, and watch a little bit of TV before I crash out while I do Alliance Quest and Alliance War because I've been slacking as an Alliance leader for weeks. So it's time for me to get back in and at least start doing my part and then get back in and actually get the Alliance back in order. But for the moment, um, like I said, I wanted to take just a little bit of time and talk to you guys and let you guys know what was going on and answer any questions. Um, yeah, no, I'm not getting a parakeet. Those things live forever. But I will, like I said, I will have something out by this weekend, and we will be doing a crystal opening for Monday for sure. I have a lot already saved up, and a few things that I'm looking at as well that hopefully will mean that we can put it together even bigger. But I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day and a great night, and that you get a God tier pull soon. And I will keep you guys informed as I know more. So until then, peace out.